talked about how easy it is for forklifts to tip, especially when handling a load. So let's look at some safety precautions to avoid trouble before you pick up that load. First, remember the basics. Wear any required personal protective equipment. Mount and dismount using 3 points of contact, and fasten your seatbelt. In case of a tip over, that seatbelt will help you stay inside the forklift's protected frame. If you drive a sit-down unit, never attempt to jump off while it's tipping over. You could be pinned by the unit or the load. Let's face it, even an empty forklift can cause serious injury. Instead, hang onto the steering wheel and lean away from the direction you're falling. This will help keep you and all your limbs safely inside the cage. Before you initiate a lift, be sure you know exactly what you'll be lifting. Is it within the capacity limits for the forklift? Is it balanced? Will it be secure? If there's any possibility that the load might fall backwards, make sure there's a load backrest extension in place. If the load has an uneven shape, be aware of any special stacking requirements before you pick it up. And don't forget, the shape could affect your center of gravity and your unit's stability.
Most important things you want to do when you lift up a load is make sure of your surroundings and make sure that the load is square and up against the backrest on the forks.
You cannot push a load with a forklift. It's difficult to see what's in front of you. You can damage the machine and the product as well.
One last precaution. Check for overhead obstructions. Are there any lights, pipes, or wires in the way? Plan ahead to avoid them. To prepare for lifting, set the width of the forks as far apart as possible under the load to evenly distribute the weight. You want to keep the center of gravity, well, centered. Next, drop the forks and slowly position them under the load, driving forward until the load is resting against the backrest. Only raise or lower the forks when the lift truck is stopped. Help stabilize the load by tilting it back so it stays tight against the backrest. What if you're lifting from a rack? Back out slowly until you've cleared the rack and any other obstacles. Slowly lower the load to prepare it to move.